Exercise 1.2, question number 8. Differentiate the following with respect to x. Roman 1. Y equal to sine inverse of 4 sin x plus 5 cos x upon root 41. That is equal to sine inverse of 4 upon root 41 sin x plus 5 upon root 41 cos x. We know the property that a plus c upon b is always equal to a upon b plus c upon b. Similarly, this 4 sin x plus 5 cos x upon root 41, we can write it as 4 upon root 41 sin x plus 5 upon root 41 cos x. This is sine inverse of the angle. If it is sin x cos alpha plus cos x sin alpha, then we can have sine of x plus alpha. Therefore, we will try to write this 4 by root 41 as cos alpha and this 5 by root 41 as sin alpha. Sin alpha upon cos alpha, that means 5 by root 41 upon 4 by root 41, that is equal to 5 by 4 will give you tan of alpha, because sin of one cos is tan of alpha. Alpha, the constant, is tan inverse of 5 by 4. Also, we should check that cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, whether it is 1. Here cos square is 16 by 41 and sin square is 25 by 41. Addition of that is 41 by 41, that is 1. Now we can have y as sine inverse of sine of x cos alpha, that is cos alpha sin x plus sin alpha cos x. Okay. See here, sine of a plus b is always equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sin b. Similarly here, sine x cos alpha plus cos x sin alpha will give you sine of x plus alpha. Now sine inverse of sine of theta is always theta, and therefore sine inverse of sine of x plus alpha will give you x plus alpha. Differentiating with respect to x, we will have derivative of x as 1 and derivative of alpha, which is constant, that derivative of alpha is 0. dy by dx is equal to 1 then. Roman 2 equal to y equal to cos inverse of root 3 cos x minus sin x upon 2. We can write it as cos inverse of root 3 by 2 cos x minus 1 half sin of x. We will write this root 3 by 2 as cos alpha and 1 by 2 as sin alpha. Tan alpha is sin upon cos, that means 1 half upon root 3 by 2, it will give you 1 upon root 3. Also, we should check whether sin square plus cos square is 1. Here sin square is 1 by 4, cos square is 3 by 4. Addition of that will be 4 by 4, that will be 1. So, we can place in place of root 3 by 2 cos alpha, and we can put in place of 1 by 2 sin of alpha. So that y we can have as cos inverse of alpha cos of x minus sin of alpha sin x. We know that cos minus sin is always cos of a plus b. We should write x first, therefore we should rewrite this as cos x cos alpha minus sin x sin alpha. Cos minus sin will give you cos of a plus b. See here, cos minus sin will give you cos of a plus b here. So that we can have here cos x cos alpha minus sin x sin alpha as cos of x plus alpha. We know that cos inverse of cos of theta is always theta. Differentiating with respect to x, we will have dy by dx as 1, because derivative of x is 1 and derivative of alpha is constant. Roman 3, y equal to sine inverse of cos root x plus sin root x upon root 2. That is equal to sine inverse of 1 upon root 2 cos root x plus 1 upon root 2 sine root x. We can write in place of this 1 by root 2 sine alpha and in place of this 1 by root 2 cos of alpha. Sine alpha upon cos alpha is tan alpha. Value of that will be 1 by root 2 upon 1 by root 2, that will be 1. Alpha is equal to tan inverse of 1. Also we should check whether sine square plus cos square is 1. Sine square here is 1 by 2 and cos square will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will give you 1. Therefore sine square plus cos square is 1 here. So we can write in place of 1 by root 2 sine alpha, and in place of this 1 by root 2 we will write here cos of alpha. We know that sine cos plus cos sine always gives us sine of A plus B. So sine alpha cos root x plus cos alpha sine root x will give you sine of alpha plus root x. Sine inverse of sine of theta is theta only. Therefore sine inverse of sine of alpha plus root x is alpha plus root x here. Differentiating with respect to x, derivative of alpha is 0 and derivative of root is 1 upon 2 root x. Derivative of root x will be 1 upon 2 root x. Roman 4, y equal to cos inverse of 3 cos 3x minus 4 sin 3x upon 5. That is y equal to cos inverse of cos of 3x into 3 by 5 minus sin of 3x into 4 by 5. But we can have cos inverse of cos minus sin as cos of a plus b. See here, cos minus sin can give you cos of a plus b. So to get that, we will put this 3 by 5 as cos of alpha and this 4 by 5 as sin of alpha. So we can have y as cos inverse of cos 3x cos alpha minus sin 3x sin alpha. Cos inverse of cos of 3x plus alpha it will be. Cos inverse of cos of theta is theta only. Therefore cos inverse of cos of 3x plus alpha is 3x plus alpha. Derivative of y is dy by dx. Derivative of 3x will be 3. Derivative of constant alpha is 0. Now Roman 5, y equal to cos inverse of 3 cos e raised to x plus 2 sin e raised to x upon root 13. That is cos inverse of cos e raised to x into 3 by root 13 plus sin e raised to x into 2 by root 13. In place of this 3 by root 13 we will write cos of alpha, and in place of 2 by root 13 we will write sin of alpha. Sin upon cos always gives us tan. It will be 2 by 3 then, and alpha will be tan inverse of 2 by 3. We should check that sin square plus cos square is 1, whether it is not or whether it is. Here sin square plus cos square is 1 because sin square is 4 by 13 and cos square is 9 by 13. It will give you 13 by 13. Therefore we can conclude that sin square plus cos square is 1 here. We can put now in place of 3 by root 13 cos alpha and in place of 2 by root 13 sin alpha. Cos plus sin can give you cos of a minus b. Therefore cos e raised to x cos alpha plus sin e raised to x sin alpha will give you cos e raised to x minus alpha. We know that cos inverse of cos of theta is theta, and therefore we will have this y as e raised to x minus alpha here. Differentiating with respect to x, we will have dy by dx as derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x only, and derivative of this alpha, which is a constant, is 0. Roman 6, y equal to cosec inverse of 10 upon 6 sin 2 raised to x minus 8 cos 2 raised to x. We know that cosec inverse of theta is always equal to sin inverse of 1 upon theta. That means we have to write reciprocal of this angle, that is 6 sin 2 raised to x minus 8 cos 2 raised to x will be in the numerator, and 10 will be in the denominator now. Therefore, y equal to sine inverse of sine 2 raised to x into this 6 by 10. 6 by 10 means 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, into 3 by 5 it will be minus cos 2 raised to x, 8 by 10, that will give you 4 by 5. Now in place of 3 by 5, we will write cos alpha, and in place of 4 by 5, we will write sin alpha. So y will become sine inverse of sine 2 raised to x cos alpha minus cos 2 raised to x sin alpha. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B is always sine of A minus B. Therefore, sin 2 raised to x cos alpha minus cos 2 raised to x sin alpha will give you sine of 2 raised to x minus alpha. Now sine inverse of sine of 2 raised to x minus alpha is 2 raised to x minus alpha. Differentiating with respect to x, we will have derivative of 2 raised to x as 2 raised to x into log of 2. We know that derivative of a raised to x is always a raised to x into log of a. Therefore, derivative of 2 raised to x is 2 raised to x into log of 2. Derivative of constant is 0 here. Now question number 9. Differentiate with respect to x. Y is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. We know that 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square is always cos 2 theta. Look here, cos 2 theta is always 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square. So we will put in place of x here tan theta. If x equal to tan theta, then theta will be tan inverse of x. So y will become now cos inverse of 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square. That is cos inverse of this 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square will give you cos of double theta. Now cos inverse of cos of a will give you a only. Therefore cos inverse of cos of 2 theta is 2 theta here. Theta is tan inverse of x. Now differentiating with respect to x, we will have derivative of y as dy by dx, to the constant as it is. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So the final answer is 2 upon 1 plus x square. Roman 2, y equal to tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square. We will put x equal to tan theta, then theta is tan inverse of x. So y will become tan inverse of 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. See here, 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta is always tan 2 theta. Therefore, in place of this 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta, we will put here tan 2 theta. Now, tan inverse of tan 2 theta will give you 2 theta only. 2 as it is, theta is tan inverse of x. Now differentiating with respect to x, to the constant along with variable as it is. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So final answer is 2 upon 1 plus x square. Roman 3, y equal to sine inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. We will put x equal to tan theta here. Then theta will be tan inverse of x. Now y equal to sine inverse of 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square. We know that cos 2 theta is 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square. So in place of this 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, we will write here cos 2 theta. We will convert this cos 2 theta into sin theta as cos A is always sine of pi by 2 minus A. Therefore cos 2 theta is sine of pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Now sine inverse of sine of pi by 2 minus 2 theta is pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Differentiating with respect to x now, we will have derivative of y as dy by dx. Derivative of this constant pi by 2 is 0. 2, the constant along with variable is as it is. We have placed this theta as tan inverse. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So final answer is minus 2 upon 1 plus x square. Roman 4, y equal to sine inverse of 2x root of 1 minus x square. We will put here x as sine theta. Then theta will be sine inverse of x. See, y equal to sine inverse of 2 sine theta root of 1 minus, in place of x we will write here sine. So it will become 1 minus sine square, which is cos square. Root of cos square is cos only. Now y will become sine inverse of 2 sine theta cos theta. 2 sine theta, this is cos theta. 2 sine cos is always sine double. Therefore 2 sine theta cos theta will give you sine 2 theta. Sine inverse of sine of angle, that angle will remain as it is. That means sine inverse of sine of 2 theta is 2 theta here. 2 the constant as it is, theta is sine inverse of x. Differentiating with respect to x, we will have derivative of y as dy by dx. 2 the constant along with variable is as it is. Derivative of sine inverse is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. So final answer is 2 upon root of 1 minus x square. Roman 5, y equal to cos inverse of 3x minus 4x cube. In place of 3x minus 4x cube, we will have 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. For that, we will put x as sine theta. Then theta will become sine inverse. So y will become now cos inverse of 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. We know that 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta is always sine 3 theta. Therefore, here we will write y equal to cos inverse of, in place of this 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta, we will have sine 3 theta. Now sine 3 theta is cos of pi by 2 minus 3 theta. Cos inverse of cos of pi by 2 minus 3 theta will give you pi by 2 minus 3 theta. That is equal to pi by 2 as it is, minus 3 as it is. This theta is nothing but sine inverse of x. Now differentiating with respect to x, we will have derivative of pi by 2 is 0 and 3 the constant as it is along with variable, and derivative of sine inverse is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. Final answer is minus 3 upon root of 1 minus x square. Roman 6, y equal to cos inverse of e raised to x minus e raised to minus x upon e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. That is equal to cos inverse of e raised to x minus, this e raised to minus x can be written as 1 upon e raised to x. Similarly in the denominator, multiplying the numerator and denominator by e raised to x, we will have here e raised to x bracket square minus 1 upon e raised to x bracket square plus 1. That is equal to cos inverse of, taking out minus sign common, we will have 1 minus e raised to x square. In place of e raised to x, we will write tan theta here. Then theta will become tan inverse of e raised to x. Theta will become tan inverse of e raised to x. Y equal to cos inverse of minus of 1 minus e raised to x square, that means tan square, plus 1 upon 1 plus e raised to x is tan, so e raised to x square will be tan square. Now we know that 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square is cos double. This minus sign as it is. Minus cos 2 theta is cos of pi minus 2 theta, or we can say cos of pi minus 2 theta is minus cos 2 theta. Now cos inverse of cos of angle, that angle remains as it is, therefore we will have pi minus 2 theta. Theta is tan inverse of e raised to x. Pi the constant, derivative is 0. 2 along with variable derivative, that 2 will be as it is along with the variable, minus 2 will be as it is. Derivative of tan inverse 1 upon 1 plus x square. Therefore derivative of tan inverse of e raised to x 1 upon 1 plus e raised to x bracket square. Now derivative of this angle, that is e raised to x. Derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. So final answer is minus 2 e raised to x upon 1 plus e raised to x bracket square. Roman 7, y equal to cos inverse of 1 minus 9 raised to x upon 1 plus 9 raised to x. That is cos inverse of 1 minus this 9 is 3 square bracket square it will be, and 9 is once again 3 square. In place of 3 raised to 2 raised to x, we can write 3 raised to x raised to 2. It will be same because power raised to power, it will be 2x. Here also power raised to power, the product is 2x. So now in place of 3 raised to x, we will write tan theta. Theta is equal to tan inverse of 3 raised to x. So y will become now cos inverse of 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square. It will give you cos double. Cos inverse of cos double will be 2 theta only. Theta is tan inverse of 3 raised to x. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square, and derivative of 3 raised to x is 3 raised to x into log of 3. We know that derivative of a raised to x is a raised to x into log of a. So final answer is 2 times 3 raised to x log 3 upon 1 plus 3 raised to x bracket square. Roman 8, y equal to sin inverse of 4 raised to x plus half upon 1 plus 2 raised to 4x. This 4 we can write as 2 raised to 2. Now power raised to power is the product of powers. It will be 2x plus 1. Okay. That means 2 into 2 raised to x. In multiplication, addition of the powers is there. Now we will write in place of this 2 raised to 2x tan theta. In the denominator also we have converted this 2 raised to 4x as 2 raised to 2x raised to 2. Okay. So in place of this 2 raised to 2x, this 2 raised to 2x, we will write tan theta. Then theta will be tan inverse of 2 raised to 2x. That is tan inverse of 2 raised to 2 raised to x, that means 4 raised to x it will be. Y equal to sin inverse of, if 2 raised to 2x is tan theta, then it will become 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square, which is sin 2 theta. Sin inverse of sin 2 theta will give you 2 theta only. Theta here is tan inverse of 4 raised to x. Differentiating with respect to x, derivative of tan inverse of x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Therefore tan inverse of 4x, derivative of that will be 1 upon 1 plus 4x square into this 4 raised to x into log of 4, because derivative of 4 raised to x is 4 raised to x into log of 4. That is equal to